Welcome back to my channel. Tonight, we enter a place where the living and the dead walk the same halls, where the beeping of machines hides whispered voices, and where one nurse discovered that some patients never leave. This is The Night Nurse, Hospital Shifts from Hell. New job. In 2014, a night shift nurse named Maya Khan began working at St. Augustine Memorial Hospital, a building over 100 years old. She took the job for the extra pay, but she didn't know what came with the night shift. Maya: I thought I'd be dealing with emergencies. I never expected I'd be dealing with ghosts. Her first night was quiet, too quiet. Old hospitals are supposed to be noisy, patients crying, nurses talking, carts rolling. But this one sounded like a tomb. She noticed something strange immediately. Ward C was sealed off. No lights, no staff ever entered. When she asked why, senior nurse: we don't use that ward anymore. It's better if you just stay away. Maya laughed it off, but by 3 a.m., she would understand. Footsteps in the empty hall. Around 2:58 a.m., Maya heard footsteps coming from Ward C, but every patient was in Ward A and B. She walked closer, slow, careful, each step echoing in the empty corridor. The lights above flickered. Maya: hello? Is someone there? The footsteps stopped. Then, faintly, a woman's voice. Nurse! Maya froze. Nurse! Help me! She shined her flashlight into the dark ward. There was nothing, just dust, old beds and peeling paint. But she felt something walk past her. Cold, heavy, like a presence. Her shift manager found her pale and shaking. You opened Ward C. Never do that again, ever. The patient without a face. Night 2. Maya was assigned to monitor patient 314, an elderly man named Saeed. He claimed he saw someone in his room at night. She stands near my bed. No face. Only blood where her eyes should be. Maya assumed it was sleep paralysis or medication. But at 3:15 a.m., Saeed pressed the emergency button repeatedly. She ran inside. He was trembling violently. She's behind you. Maya slowly turned around. No one was there. But the temperature had dropped so low her breath fogged. Saeed pointed to the corner. And there, for a split second, Maya saw it too. A figure in a hospital gown, hair covering her face, standing motionless. When Maya blinked, it vanished. Saeed died 2 days later. His last words: tell her I'm sorry. A history written in blood. Maya needed answers. She asked an older janitor, Imran, who had worked there for decades. At first, he refused to speak. Then he whispered, You saw her, didn't you? Imran revealed the hospital's hidden past. In 1985, Ward C was used for psychiatric patients. One patient, Amara, a young woman in her 20s, believed the nurses were trying to kill her. One night, she slit her wrists and ran screaming through the halls. The staff found her body inside Ward C. She had written a message in blood. Nurse, help me. Since then, patients reported seeing her ghost. Some nurses left. Some went mad. One nurse jumped from the 6th floor. The hospital quietly shut the ward down. The shadow in the CCTV room. Maya didn't want to believe it, but what happened on night 4 shattered any doubt. In the CCTV room, she checked the cameras. Everything looked normal until she saw camera 12, Ward C. The ward was supposed to be empty, but a woman stood in the center of the room, still, facing the camera. Her hospital gown was torn, soaked in dried blood. Her head twitched unnaturally. The feed glitched, then zoomed in, on its own. Now the woman's face was inches from the camera, but she had no eyes, just empty, bleeding sockets. Suddenly, she smiled. The screen went black. The CCTV operator ran out of the room screaming. The call from an empty room. During her 5th night, Maya received a call from room 402, but room 402 had been empty for years. When she answered, a voice whispered, "Nurse, you forgot to check on me." Maya slammed the phone down. It rang again and again. Each ring grew louder, sharper, shriller. She unplugged the phone. It still rang. Then she heard the whisper behind her, "Nurse." But when she turned, no one was there. She fled the room. The night of screams. At 3 a.m. exactly, every light on the 3rd floor went out. The backup generator failed. Nurses panicked. Patients screamed. A code red was declared. As Maya rushed down the hallway with her flashlight, she saw shadows moving on the walls, shadows shaped like people running, stopping, staring. One shadow leaned over her shoulder, breathing. A cold hand touched her neck. Amara. "Help me. You're the nurse. Help me die." Maya dropped her flashlight. In the brief seconds of darkness, she felt dozens of hands grab her legs, arms, shoulders, pulling her down. When the lights returned, she was alone, but faint handprints were bruised onto her skin. Facing the dead. After that night, Maya decided she needed to end this. She returned to Ward C alone. Moonlight shone through the cracked windows. The air smelled of rust and something rotten. She followed the cold wind to the far end of the room. There, on the wall, something new was scratched. "Help me, nurse." "What do you want?" Maya whispered. The temperature plummeted. A figure formed in front of her, flickering like a broken light. Amara. Her face distorted, eyes bleeding, arms reaching. Amara said, "You let them hurt me. You all let me die." Maya shook her head. "No, I'm here to help you." Amara screamed. The windows shattered. Lights burst. Maya was thrown across the room by an unseen force. Then, silence. Amara stared at her, then vanished. The final shift. Maya filed for emergency leave, but decided to work one last night. Bad idea. At 3 a.m., she found a chart placed on her desk, a chart she'd never seen before. Patient name, Amara. Ward, C. Status, admitted night shift. Nurse assigned, Maya Khan. The chart was written in blood. She dropped it and ran. Every corridor she turned down twisted into Ward C. The hospital became a maze. Doors slammed. Monitors beeped rapidly. Laughter echoed. Crying followed. She was trapped. Finally, she burst into the stairwell, and there she saw her, Amara, blocking the exit. Amara raised her hand and whispered, "Stay with me." Maya screamed and pushed past her, racing out of the hospital into the street. Maya quit the job that night, but the story doesn't end there. 2 months later, she received a call. Unknown number. She answered. A familiar whisper breathed through the speaker. "Nurse, you forgot to check on me." The line cut. Some say spirits remain where they suffered. Others say they follow the one who heard them last. As for Maya, she still wakes up at 3 a.m., hearing footsteps in her hallway, and sometimes a voice calling her from the dark. Nurse. If you enjoyed tonight's terrifying tale, make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, the night shift is never really quiet. You never know who is walking the halls with you. Good night and stay safe.